This is Heather. I am coming to you live on Tuesday around 1 o'clock my time, Eastern Standard Time. I'm using a new program here to do this live stream, so I hope it's working. If you can see and hear me, go ahead and put in the comment section that you can, and we can go ahead and get started in the next couple of minutes. I first of all wanted to welcome everybody who is new to this group. We've had a lot of new members over the last week or two. So I want to go ahead and introduce myself. I'm Heather Chesky. I am a portrait photographer based out of Northern Virginia, just right outside of Washington, D.C. I've been running my business full-time for almost 5 years now, and I have recently started coaching other photographers how to build profitable photography businesses from home. A couple of years ago, before doing this full time, I was actually working a day job, a 9-to-5, that was utterly just like sucking the soul out of me. It was not my passion, nor had anything to do with what I wanted to do. And it was just one of those things that I had to do to, meet bills or whatever. And as it turns out, I was actually laid off from my job. At the time, I had an 8-month-old, and I went into work one day and I came home without a job and without any source of income. So I had a side photography business then, and I decided, maybe I could actually make this work. Maybe I can be a stay-at-home mom, which is something I wanted to do, and then still bring in an income that my family needed. So I started working my butt off to get my photography hobby into a pro status and actually bringing in consistent income. And so over the years, I've learned a ton about, things to do and things to implement. And also I've made a lot of mistakes. So I'm more than open and willing to teach about, what not to do and what is not the best way to grow your business. Every week in this group, I make a commitment to do a Business Tip Tuesday, essentially, where I hop on here and do a short video about just anything that people have asked me about, something that will give you value and that you can start implementing right away in your business that will make more money and actually have an impact on your family and on your community. So I first of all, just welcome, thank you guys for whoever's watching this live. Thank you for that. If you're watching a replay of this, thank you for popping in and watching a replay. So today's Business Tip Tuesday is going to be about educating your clients. Now, I'm sure a lot of us are in dozens, if not hundreds of photography groups. And we hear this phrase a lot that's, you have to educate your clients. You have to educate your clients. And over the past couple of months, as I've been coaching my own photography clients, I have found that a lot of photographers don't really know what that phrase means, or they don't know how to actually implement it in their business. So we hear, professionals talking about, you have to educate your clients, but then what does that actually look like? How do you, tell or how do you express the value of photography to your clientele? And how do you actually educate them about the process and the pricing at your studio? How do you actually show them the value of what you do and that you're, in fact, worth what you charge? So basically, today, we're going to talk about how to prepare your clients so that you can gross 4-figure sales, so that you can actually say your prices without any hesitancy, with pure confidence, and that your clients can come to the ordering appointment ready, knowing exactly what they want, and that they just place the order and, everybody is happy. And I've heard so many photographers, and maybe you can relate, that, you get to the ordering appointment and, photographer or your clients might ask for an online gallery because they need more time to think about it, or they don't want to place an order that night. And that can be so crushing, especially if you're like me and your family depends on the money that you bring in. So I've actually, over the past couple of years, I've developed this 9-step system that I use to walk my clients through to educate them about the process of having their pictures done with me. So today, if it's okay with you, I'm going to go ahead and share one of those 9 steps so that you can actually just start implementing that right away in your business. So basically, the step that I'd like to share today is basically, this is a mini pricing guide right here. I want to make sure you guys can see this. This is something, there you go. This is a trifold. I'll go ahead and open it up in a minute. But this is something that I actually give to my clients at the photography session right after we do right after we do the photographing them. And so this, at the end of their session, I have some of my samples in the back of my car, and I just say, I brought some samples with me, and I'd love to show you some of them, just so you guys can get a better idea of what to expect at the ordering appointment, and kind of get thinking about what you might like to do. Now, by this time, they've already heard a whole lot about my process and pricing. They've seen items, but the point is that I want to have multiple different touch points with my clients, so that my products and pricing are at the top of their mind when they come in for the ordering appointment. So they are aware of this. A lot of my clients book me months in advance, so we haven't talked about it. It's been 3 or 4 months since we talked about it. So I have to remind them, just to refresh their memory. People are busy these days, and even though they might really want your work or your images, they might just simply forgot, or life happens. So we have to be the professionals and actually continue to have multiple different touch points with them during the entire process, so they are ready and prepared. So this mini pricing guide is something that I hand out to my clients at the photography session. So I primarily photograph seniors, which is basically what you'll see in here. But basically, they open this up, they see, can you see? Let me see. They see all these images of past, I am not really good at this. I will learn how to do this. There. They see all these images. Wait, that's not the right side. These images of my past clients holding their product, and they're super happy. So they get a good idea of what people typically order. Here's a little blurb about, other side. Here's a little blurb about the premier ordering appointment, just to refresh their memory. And then also a quote. This is a quote. The mom wrote the quote, and it's basically about how much she loved her daughter's images and the products that she received. You open up even more. In the middle is just my collection menu, and then the a la carte starting pricing. And then in here, I also have a link to an online pricing magazine. Again, they have already seen this at multiple different times earlier on in our communication process, but I like to mention it again so they can reference that at any time, so they come prepared. And then on the back, I just have a simple checklist of how they can come prepared to the ordering appointment. And this avoids, people not bringing all their decision makers. I mean, how many appointments have you had where you're just like, you know what, we really want dad to be in on the decision-making process, so they aren't ready to order. So one of the checkpoints is to, make sure all decision makers are present. Or, how many of you have actually had ordering appointments and people, are just not ready to place an order that day. They want to wait on it. So one of the checkpoints is just reminding them that it is studio policy that orders are placed that night. So you have to come prepared with a check or a credit card. And then if they don't, then, another appointment would be an additional fee. So this guide is something that I got from Bay Photo. It is their, I think, 4.5 by 5 trifold. It's super easy to design. I use these for my senior model program, just a different design. And I just get it printed 25 at a time. And I hand them out at each photography session. So then my clients take this home. This is something they have. They have the address on this of my studio address back here, where they know where to come to, and that they're ready for it. They take this home after their session. They look through it. It's short, it's simple, it's sweet. It gives them the information they need to know without overwhelming them. And this is just basically one of the 9 touch points that I have with my clients to prepare them for the ordering appointment, to educate them about the process. I have found that doing this at the session has drastically increased my sales. Typically, my sessions happen about a week prior to the ordering appointment. We have the session, and then about, the next week we have their ordering appointment. And I find that when I bring a couple sample products to the photography session, I hand them a guide similar to this. I've done other things in the past. This is what I'm doing now, but a guide similar to this to give them the basic information they need to know. This has really helped my sales be over $2,000 consistently. So I hope you guys got value out of that. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and check to see if anybody popped on and asked anything. But, if you're watching the replay, thank you. I mean, feel free to go ahead and write a comment, and I will come back and answer it, afterwards. And, and I hope you guys like this. So as I also mentioned, I teach my coaching clients the full 9-step process of doing this and how to actually prepare your clients for the 4-figure sale at the very first inquiry and on through the entire relationship with your clients. So if that is something that you would like to learn more about, or just even about coaching in general, I encourage you to go ahead and reach out to me about scheduling an interview. These are 45-minute calls. They're completely free, but basically it's just to see if you would be a good fit for the 4-month coaching program. It's pretty intensive, but I find that a lot of my clients are really getting a lot of value out of it. They are getting a lot of strategy. They are gaining a lot of confidence. They are, owning their worth and pricing themselves properly so that they can actually make an income with their photography passion and make an impact on their family and in their community. So if that's something that's of interest to you, I'm going to go ahead and include the link to where you can go ahead and schedule that complimentary 45-minute interview call where we just get to know each other, see if it's a good fit. So I encourage you to go ahead and click on that. These spots are limited. So, I mean, if that's something that's of interest to you, do it soon, schedule that soon, because I can't guarantee that there'll be spots later. But anyways, I hope you guys like this. Definitely let me know what you think. If you have an idea or a question for a future Biz Tip Tuesday Facebook Live, let me know that as well, and I'd be happy to address that in the future. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Okay, bye-bye.